Students, in this class we are going to see the exercise of this chapter, input in Java. In your book, page number 108. First of all, we are going to see the section A question answers. First one is answer the following questions. In programming, what is considered to be an input? Programming involves taking in some data, processing it using some instructions and giving some meaningful result. This is taking in some data is called input. Second one is what is initialization of a variable explain with an example. So initialization is the assignment of an initial value for a variable during a declaration. You have to write in one example. What do you understand by parameterized input? The process of passing values to an argument or a method during execution is called parameterized input. The next one is what is function of a scanner class, in which package does it belong? The scanner class is a class in Java UTIL which allows the user to read values of various types from either keyboard or a file. Next, name the functions of the scanner that is used to accept a number of long data type. Answer is next long of. Yeah, accept a group of alphabets. Next line of means strings. Okay, the function is for accepting a string. Next one is what is a bug? What is debugging? Bug is an error, flaw, failure or fault in a program or system that causes it to produce an incorrect or unexpected result or to behave in unintended ways. The process of removing a bug is called debugging. What are the different types of errors that may occur in a Java program? Errors in a program in Java can broadly classified into three categories. First one syntax error, second one is logical error, and third one is runtime error. Next question, what are syntax errors? Give two examples. Syntax error is an error in a syntax of a sequence of characters or tokens that is intended to be written in a particular program. The common syntax errors are missing semicolon, mismatched braces in classes and methods. What are runtime errors? Give two examples. An error that occurs during the execution of a program is called runtime error. The runtime errors are dividing by an integer by 0, accessing an element that is out of boundary of an array. The next one is what are commands? Name the different types of commands used in Java. A command is a programmer readable explanation or annotation in the source code of a computer program. The different types of commands in Java are single line command and multi-line command. The next one we are going to see is, so rewrite the following program after removing the errors in a program if any. So this is your question. In your book it is page number, 1 minute, I am telling, it is page number 109. Okay, so this is a programming code. This programming code consisting of some errors. So we are going to rewrite the program without error. So see here, class name is my class, then open curly braces, after that import java.util.scanner. So this is incorrect. Okay, we have to import the package when we are starting the program. So it is imports java.util.scanner. Then class my class name, the next class name is here, then open curly braces is here, then after that static void function of. Okay, then open curly braces int a, then you have to write scanner sc equal to new scanner of system.in. We are creating the new object. It is after the declaration of the variable. You have to write this. Then you have to input the value of a. So system.out.println enter an integer. Okay, so if you are entering some integer, the function is sc dot next indf, that is a equal to sc dot next indf, then system dot out dot println of a, then close all the curly braces. Okay students, so this is the incorrect program and this is the correct program. So this is the second question. My class, then static void main of if when we are giving the values inside the program, there is no need to write, there is no need to import the software. Okay, so here the value are initialized inside the program, so there is no need to import the package. Okay, class my class, then open curly braces, static void main of open curly braces, then int ABC. Okay, here the variable c is not declared as integer. That is the error. Okay, here also we are going to print the value of c plus c. So two errors are there. The value c is not initialized. It is initialized here, and sum equal to sum is stored in the variable c. But here it is written as a and one plus symbol also missing. So sum equal to plus c. Then close all the braces. Okay. Now we are going to see the next program. So third one is here also no initialization of variables, but we are using the parameterized constructor here, int a b, then int c. This is also correct. Then c equal to a plus b equal to c. If we return like this in mathematics, it is okay, a plus b equal to c. But in Java programming, we have to write which variable we are going to calculate. That variable should be here. So c equal to a plus b, and here also we have to print the value of c. Okay, sum equal to plus c. So this is the correct code, and this is the incorrect. Okay, now the next program we are going to find out the errors. So the next one is here we are going to see the output of the program. So this is a program. So first initialize the variable of a equal to 3, b equal to 14. System.out.println, we are going to print the value of a and b. So a value is 3. This means there is a blank space in between them, and b value is 14. Okay, now here we are going to find out some calculation. A equal to a plus b. A plus b is 17. So b equal to a minus b. 17 minus 14 is 3. So a equal to a minus b. So a equal to a minus b. What is the value of a here? 17. 17 minus, here the value of a is, b is 3. So 17 minus 3 is 14. So the value of a is 14, and here the value of b is 3. Like this you have to execute the program and write the output. Now we are going to see the program number 2. Give the output of the following program when a equal to 12 and b equal to 13 is taken as a parameters. Then the value of a as 9 and b equal to 4 as parameters. You have to put the value. If the operator is before the operand, we have to increment the value by 1. If the operator is after the operand, so it will remain as it is during the first time. Second time it will increase or decrease the value by 1. Okay. So the next program is give the output of the following. So here a plus b means 5 plus 6. 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 greater than or equal to 8. The condition is, here we are using the ternary operator. Okay. If the condition is true, 11 greater than 8, the condition is true. True means we have to do this process, that is before the colon. If the condition is false, then we have to go through the colon after. So 2 into 5, 2 5s are 10. So our answer is 10. Okay. So the next question. Here also you have to find the division. Division means to take the quotient as the answer, here modulus as the answer, and you have to calculate the value and print the output. Every step is like this. Here also we are using the ternary operator. Put the values according to the places and find out the values and write the output. Okay. Here the same thing is here. Right. Okay. This is a program. Write a program to input two integers. using parameters. Parameter means you have to give the variables inside the brackets and find the sum and the product. So class name question 1, I have taken it as question number 1. We have to write any class name. Okay, so void input in int a, int b, int c and d. C for storing the sum and d for storing the product. Okay, then next to program to input 5 integers and find their average. So first we have to write, we don't know what are the integers, so you have to import the package here and write the class name, that static void main of, then scanner is equal to new scanner of system.in. These all the lines are common for every scanner input program. Here you have to take all the variables, average always coming in float, so you have to write it in float AV. Then 5 integers, unknown integers, you have to accept all the integers. So for accepting an integer you have to write ac dot next intf. Okay, then you are going to write the average of it, then print the average. Okay students, now students, here we are going to see the third program. Write a program to input 2 integers using scanner and find the product of their sum and difference. So first to start the program, these are the common lines till here, and we are going to take 2 inputs a and b, c, d and e are the variables to store the sum, difference and the product. So whatever variables we are taking as an input, for that you have to see the variable type. It is data type is int. So if the variables are integer, the functions are like this: sc dot next int of, object dot next int of, sc dot next int of. Then here we are going to print the product. Okay, the product is stored in the variable e, so we are going to print the product here. Now the next program is, program is program number 4. Write a program to input 3 integers and find the difference between their sum and the average. So 3 integers we have to input, and we have to find the difference between their sum and the average. So first we have to find the sum, then average, then we have to find the difference. So 5 variables, totally 5 variables we want. So all the 3 variables are integer. So if we add some integers, the sum of the integer also, the data type is integer, and the float and the difference will be in the float form. Okay, so just you have to see the data type of the input variables through 2 input 3 integers. Okay, so here we have to use 3 functions, then find the sum, average, difference and print the difference. Okay students, now the fifth one is write a program to input. So what are which are the inputs? Principal, rate and time. Okay, then you have to calculate the simple interest. So here we are inputting the principal amount and the rate and the time. Okay, all are float. So then here you will ask how we have to differentiate the float and the integers. How we can take it as, write the principal amount. Sometimes see that is 20,000 20,000.50. So if you want to take the principal amount as an integer, then also no problem. Okay, rate also, if you take integer, no problem. If you take float, then also no problem. The time you have to take as a float, because that is 12.30, 12:30, like this the point is there, so time will be in the float form. Okay, then you have to calculate the simple interest. So if any float is there, the answer will be in the float. So we have taken the simple interest also in float. Simple interest equal to principal into rate into time upon 100, and here you have to print the value of simple interest. The next program is write a program to input the length and the breadth. So length and the breadth are the input of a rectangle and find its area and perimeter. Here they have given the formula to find the area and the perimeter of a rectangle. So here length, breadth. So if you taken it as float, here L is equal to SC dot next to float of. If it is a, you take it as a integer, then you have to write SC dot next int of. Okay, then put the formula, then print all the values. See the next question, write a program to input radius of a circle. So input is only the radius. Find the area and the perimeter. Area of the circle equal to 22 upon 7 into radius square, matlab radius into radius, r into r. Circumference of the circle equal to 2 into 22 upon 7 into radius. So put the formula and find out and print the radius and the circumference. Okay students, now we are going to see the next program. Write a program to input the length, breadth and the height of a cuboid and find its volume and so total surface area. To volume of a cuboid equal to formula length into breadth into height. Total surface area equal to 2 into bracket में length into breadth plus breadth into height plus height into length. So you have to write the class name, everything. We have to input length, breadth and height. So length input, height, breadth input and height input and put the formula and you have to print the values. Okay. The next question is write a program to input the radius and the height of a cylinder and find its volume to find and the surface area. Here the volume 2 into height, surface area equal to 22 plus 2h. Okay. So you have to input radius and height input karna, then you have to find out the values. So the next 10th program is write a program to input 3 integers and find the sum of the last digit of the number. Sum of the last digits means we have to find out the remainder of each and every number and we have to add that numbers. How will you find the remainder of a number? The number modulus 10. Okay. So input all the three numbers here, a modulus 10 plus b modulus 10 plus c modulus 10. So here you will get the remainder and you have to print the sum. Okay. So total 10 programs we solved here. So students, you have to learn all the question answers, programs and whatever we have solved here in the exercise that you have to learn. Okay. So this is the end of this chapter, 6th chapter.